Hello. I was a little aggressive. I apologize. Hello. How are
Don't
you?
apologize, Daddy.
We made it.
Welcome to Mid-Dice Crisis.
Yay!
Middle-aged people live their best D&D lives. Woohoo! So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us today. We are too short, unfortunately. Not talking about the rapper, but we are 2 players down today due to life circumstances, unforeseen and partially foreseen. So we're not going to let that dissuade us. But before we dive into anything, I want to say hello to my players, hello to our viewers, and remember to check off the TikTok, the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube, and the Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And
don't forget the Only Dice.
And the Facebook. Yep. Check us out on all those. Like, share, subscribe, and have a good time. Please leave comments into the chat box below, because I like reading and I need a good book because I'm doing too much of this and not enough of that. So does anybody have any announcements they would like to share?
No.
No from Harry.
I got nothing.
No from Eddie. No from Gordon. No from Mungo. Okay. I kind of like
We
this.
don't do things.
Yeah, it's
We're very antisocial people.
I did, and I'm just ready to play.
Hey, I don't blame you. So yes, we don't have much in the way of announcements. However, I do want to share that our dear player Mungo is the editor-in-chief of our group, and he had some bad news to share with us today. The corruption of the files from last week's game. We were looking at not having episode 10 up. But what did he do? He persevered. He worked hard, and he just did it.
made it happen.
He did it. He made it happen. And
May have made a few deals with a couple of deities that might come back to haunt me later, but you know.
That's okay. I know where you live. I don't have to look you up.
Satan, you owe me.
But we love you, and we thank you, Mongo. We really do. Also, we are starting to get some fan art in, and if you want to submit fan art so that we can throw that up during our break time, we would love to have your fan art. Just remember, Scrack is a big old mangy owlbear.
You call him mangy.
He doesn't have mange. He has ticks and fleas. There's a difference.
He is fastidiously clean for an owlbear.
Am I?
Did we ever actually clean him from the last time he rolled around?
He still has entrails.
Yep.
Yeah. When he made a nest in one of the Thieves Guild bodies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's our cue to start playing. A long-awaited, long week. And now we dive back into... Thank you, Mongo. We dive back into our adventure. Last week, it was nice. You guys had finished fighting something terrible and horrible. Got a cool orb on a stick. Traversed through the wilds and came across a lovely cabin in the woods.
Still feel like it's a trap.
Anytime
Cabin in the woods. Haven't you seen that? Of course it's a trap.
Anytime someone describes something as a cabin in the woods, yeah, it's probably bad. However, you investigated and found a kindly old man who was not all there, either physically or mentally, but he seemed sweet enough. He treated you to food and company and stories, and yeah, he's a little weird. However, he may have pointed you guys into a couple of directions, whether you like it or not. And also, our group found that once what appears to have happened as far as the apocalypse that Rusty was either dreaming or having visions of happened, the sky did not yield the light of stars or of the moons. And once you took turns watching that night, you all saw that for yourselves, and the sun rises as Haskar the dwarf is speaking with the elderly gentleman named Max. The sun rises, and he begins cooking foods for you. All sorts of sausages and hash browns and various vegetables and eggs, all hearty, all savory. And I think he even had some goat's milk for you. And he and Haskar had started putting plates out, awakening you all to the smells of the delicious meal before you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Everyone have a good rest.
Ow. I nearly smothered last night, but I guess.
Oh dear. Why would you have smothered?
I don't know. I woke up covered in hair. I tried to scream, but I couldn't. My entire face was soaking wet.
Time comes skipping down the stairs, just having a good night's sleep.
Well, someone's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
It's amazing what sleeping in a bed can do for you.
I haven't done that in years. I seem to have better, the back. When you get to my age, it becomes an issue. But my chair is quite comfortable, and I enjoy it.
Well, whatever I slept on last night was perfectly fantastic. Thank you. even sleeping next to Haskar wasn't too bad.
Oh, yes, Haskar, could you finish up with the plates? No, top drawer is where the utensils are. Yes, thank you. And if you could, once you're finished with that, could you help an old man retrieve some things? I'd greatly appreciate it. So, is everyone ready for a morning meal? Where's the big boy? Where's
Scrack?
Scrack. Thank you.
Probably outside sleeping on in or in something.
If not eating your chickens.
I told him he could have the silky. I'd never liked that one. It was a gift, for my 83rd birthday. It was a gift. It's a surprisingly long-lived chicken.
That is a surprisingly long-lived chicken. I thought it was the one that he tried to feed me last night. Speaking of which, I'll walk over to the fire and take what's left of the chicken off of the hook.
Majority of it is dried out black. It's been sitting in front of the fire the whole time.
Just kind of pulls any little pieces off that I can. Everybody saw me. I ate some of the chicken that he gave me.
Oh yes, wouldn't want to offend. Let's see, where's and he hobbles over and he pulls out a pitcher, and you can even hear some clanking inside the pitcher. He goes, I keep this in the lower section of the house. It's apple juice. Have you all had apple juice before?
Can't say that I have.
Really?
And
apple. APPLE.
Well, I'm aware of what apples
round,
are.
red fruit.
I just didn't know we made juice out of it.
Oh, yes. You can make juice of anything, really, as long as it has some liquid in it. But I don't think you'd want to juice everything, if you know what I mean. But I've chilled this.
I don't think we do.
Don't think you do what?
understand what you mean.
How did you chill it? I'm
Oh.
curious.
Oh, simple. Over here. And he kind of walks over, hobbles over, and he steps on a door that's built into the floor. And he goes, down there is my subcellar, and below that is an even deeper cellar, and that's where I keep most of my perishables from, well, perishing. It's just a way to keep fruits and vegetables and meats fresh for a longer period of time. I have had this metal jug, and he kind of lifts it up a little bit, down there for a few days now, and as you can see, and he sloshes it around a little bit. There's some ice that had formed on top. Quite crisp and cold. Mugs, please, mugs.
I'll help him get all the mugs down and help him there. I want to try to get as close to Hasgar as he's setting the table while I'm doing this.
Sure. Hasgar is he hasn't taken any of his armor off.
Mm-hmm.
His maul is just propped up against the wall, and the silverware looks ridiculously small in his big dwarven hands as he daintily places each individual spoon and fork down in places. Can't fucking believe I'm doing this.
I'm going to very slowly, because I'm still scared that he's going to blink out of existence, and hug him as I'm setting down a mug on the table.
Okay.
Like very deliberately, like slow motion.
He completely freezes. Like the only if you could see him from the front, the only thing that moves is his eyes. He doesn't turn, and he waits for a second. And as your hands go around him, you hug a solid Hasgar.
Just relief and just like pat his head, and I go back to setting things on the
As you
table.
pat his head, he
pat too hard. Ooh, no.
No, he looks and goes, that's a relief, lass.
I'm glad I can hug you again. Chair. Mug.
What else do you need, Max?
Let's see. I have, you're familiar with it, the chest at the foot of my bed. If you would bring forth my pouch, that would be greatly appreciated. It's a small pouch. Well, I mean, it's small in relative size, I suppose. Anything could be small. I mean, have you ever seen a dragon? But I'm sorry. Yes, I need a pouch. And I need my hat, which should be hanging there somewhere. Oh, never mind.
And he kind of stoops down a little bit and picks up the hat that you had seen that was on the floor. It is a fur-lined hat. And he places that on as best as he can with one hand.
He goes, eat up, hearty meal, as much as you can. Where is Scrack? He should be eating too.
I'm walking in, munching on another chicken.
Oh, you know, I tell you what, you go ahead. Fill your belly as best as you can. Don't choke.
I'm just chowing down on bacon and eggs and goodness.
Do I get any sign of deception from him?
Any sign of what?
Deception. Is he trying to trick us?
Roll an insight check.
Insight. That's a 21.
As you are peering at this scrawny elderly man, his blue eyes look deep into your soul, and he smiles and he goes,
Yes? Can I help you?
he seems on the up and up.
Seems.
Well, it was only a 21.
When you guys are
Only.
DMs, just for the audience, if you ever DM, your players will never trust you ever.
Not even a little.
Not even a little.
Not as far as I could throw a large kitchen appliance.
And Harry is 7'8", so
Yeah.
he's pretty large himself.
All right. What are we doing? We're
I
Eating.
actually wanted to ask that to all of you. I'm glad Scrack brought it up. I kind of maybe possibly overreacted yesterday. You know, world ending on your birthday and everything else. It was just a lot for me, and I'm very sorry for the way I acted. I shouldn't have let the darkness get to me. So I'm very sorry. I'm 22 now. I'm going to start acting my age, and it was a lot. Rusty put me in my place. He's a good friend, you know?
Max walks up and he holds his 3-fingered hand out to you and kind of grabs your hand a little bit, and he goes,
Darkness is everywhere. You must be the light in the darkness to help others see. But don't forget to look yourself.
Can I call you Granddad?
No. I'm not that old. Well, actually, I am that old. Actually, I'll be your great grandfather at this point.
I'll call you Great Max then.
Great Max. Been called many things, never that.
Well, I just wanted to apologize to everybody. I know I've been a lot, and you guys are all here for me, but what are we going to do now that the world's ended? I mean, finding my father is not in the top list of things to do if the world's gone.
So I asked everyone to just save all the stories until the morning after we've had a nice meal. But I suppose since you're bringing it up during
We can
the course,
eat and talk.
certainly. So what brings you here? You said you fought a tree, found an orb. You brought in an orb earlier. Who has that, by the way?
Daisy, who's sitting on my llamas.
All right.
Daisy is still passed out.
Just letting her sleep.
Yeah.
What
I'll go wake
are
her
we
up.
doing?
So you what brought you out there though?
Oh, we were looking for justice, and I'm gonna walk over and start shaking Daisy to wake her up.
She kind of mumbles something about monkeys have her bread, rolls over on her side, kind of swats at you a little bit.
Your old friend Dabido said that you might be someone to talk to about finding her father.
You know, after we were attacked by the skinwalkers and people frozen to the roof and their heads twisted around. I'm missing. Oh, and the Rat King. Don't forget the Rat King, guys. It's been a lot for 4 days. It's kind of why I went a little nuts yesterday.
4 days.
4 days.
4 days. Oh, my dear. No one should have to go through all that. Oh, in a lifetime, let alone 4 days. Goodness me. That's, whatever deity is looking down on you, they're a right bastard.
That's another thing. I don't think there are any deities left when I look over at Torsten. He's having issues with his deity. I think Rusty's having issues with his. And the sky made the weird webby thing.
We're having a little bit of magical dysfunction.
I can't even druidcraft, but I can do this. Produce flame, green flames.
Yep. Green flames come out easy enough.
Dear, could you not? This is my house, and I don't know how much longer I'm going to have it, but I'd like to have it for as long as I can. Running out of here with green fire everywhere does not sound like a good morning. Speaking of good morning, coffee. Where's my coffee?
He starts looking around for his mug.
You said the end of the world. What caused that?
It wasn't me.
Rusty
Obviously,
says,
it wasn't you. I mean, we're still here, aren't we?
well, Rusty said that a halfling summoned a comet to the earth, but he touched the orb yesterday and then the sky went evil. And my feet burned and I taste ash and the world felt like it was dying.
Again, it wasn't me.
You touched the orb though.
Yes.
So maybe the orb ended it, not you, but you opened it. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe the orb is just a general representation of our Earth. And when you poked it, your finger was the comet that came and crushed the world.
So
Stop
you
it.
summoned the comet, not
Stop
the
it.
halfling.
Oh, dear.
I've been having visions now for quite a few years
And
of
I just start laughing. Pat you on the
maybe-
back.
Or
I'm
maybe
just
we're
kidding, buddy.
we're not the center of the world.
You're not
And
gonna
something
destroy
else
anything.
happened.
That was yeah, that was a
I'm not going to say this very often in life, but I agree with the owlbear.
I agree with
the
Scrat
owlbear
too.
as well. As general consensus, the owlbear is wise, all-knowing, and probably more powerful than all of us combined.
That's why he's the leader.
Oh, I did not know that.
I elected him, but nobody else believes me.
Well, belief is a tricky thing. Rusty, so you touched the
And he walks over to where Daisy is sleeping with the orb.
you touched the orb?
Yes. And it did not cause the end of the world.
Okay. I didn't
So-
say it did, but
I have a question for you, Max. Did the orb talk to you at all when you guys fought it the first time? Because it talked to me when I was
Oh.
trying to talk to the plants.
my dear, we should not assume that I know anything about this. I didn't know it existed until you brought it in. Although I did have a feeling that's what brought us to that tree in the first place.
So, wait, you guys never actually got into the tree?
No. It was one of our least successful endeavors.
Max, during your
Rusty.
time adventuring, were you more of a physical adventurer? More arcane? Eldritch? Divine? What type were you?
Oh, well, if you're asking about my history with the group, I came into it later in life. So that's a long, sad story. I don't really like to tell, but
Do you know any magic?
I know magic. Yes. When I was young, I was 21 years old, and I was traveling anywhere and everywhere I could with my group. We were musicians and singers. We had dancers in our group. I was very lucky to be with them. I auditioned, and it was a very rigorous audition. I didn't just sing, but I played my viol, and I did a little dance. I wasn't that great at it, but can't do three things at once, can we? Then came a request. We were requested to go to the kingdom just to the northeast of Jessup's Nest. We were performing for the royalty. As we set up, I had all these lovely ladies with their eyes twinkling, and you know how it is when you're young and you have all those feelings just roiling in you, and you're just But as I started to sing, the crowd went silent. And the eyes of the most beautiful woman I've ever known in my existence, they locked onto mine. And I would have no other woman from that moment on. I thought she was a goddess made flesh, honestly. My young foolish heart, I thought any pretty face was, but there was something different about her. Something in her eyes, something hungry. And I was ready to be a feast. Later on, when I wasn't performing, my group was, she beckoned me behind this nice large tapestry. There was a door, and she, without a word, gave me a come hither look. I don't know what you young people call it these days, but I think we were about to possibly consummate our non-nuptial moments. I followed her into the room, and it was dark, and I heard her scream. It was that scream that will stay with me for the rest of my days. She screamed, the door opened, her bodice was torn, and the guards, they grabbed me up. I didn't know what was going on. I protested, of course. I asked her if she was okay, and then that did not bode well. The guards told me that I had touched and attacked a royal. Apparently, she was some sort of duchess. I didn't know this, of course. I thought she was a pretty face, one that I wanted to stare into for the rest of my days. But they took me down, convicted me, and they punished me. They punished me for 70 years.
Wow.
I don't know how to tell you this, but your story's really depressing.
Oh, it gets better. So, as you can see, there's not quite enough of me to go around anymore. My lady love, the Duchess, I never knew her name. That's all I referred to her as, and that's all she was ever referred to. She would come down on occasion. It's amazing. As she would come down, she would take her pound of flesh, literally some cases. She never aged.
That's still depressing.
Oh, no, the good part's
It's also
coming up.
disturbing, but yes.
The good part's coming up. I fell in with Justice and Busby. Later, I managed to escape my binds once, and I went away, and so I started traveling with them, doing what I could. Thankfully, to answer your question, sorry it's taken me so long. An old man just goes on and on. I have a talent for the arcane, but only back then when I was young, it was through song and music. Now it's something else. Not quite physically capable of playing the music as I used to be, but when you get to my age, you probably won't be able to either.
What are we doing?
Good question, Master Scrack.
We are learning is what we are doing. Go chase a chicken.
You may have free reign for all the chickens you want. I'm thinking about taking the goat with us, though.
So you're
With
planning on coming with us?
Indeed. Why would I not?
You're
If
gonna
you
come
have
with
me-
us.
If you have me.
Yes, of course, Max. We'll bring you, right, guys? We bring Max.
I don't see
Man
why
with
not.
all the knowledge.
Not like it's the end of the world.
But
I
See,
don't care.
Okay, we can't cause
Good.
the end of the world twice.
see,
Oh, you'd be
Now I-
amazed.
see. Now I don't have to play that. It was my birthday yesterday, so let's use this as my gift. I can hold that until later.
Oh, actually,
You
Master
don't owe me
Dwarf!
anything.
Master Dwarf! I asked him to go get my bag.
Ooh, what if he blinked out again, guys? Maybe we should go check on Hasgar.
he was just here a moment ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he went upstairs and
There is a significant lack of grumbling and cursing.
yeah. I'm gonna run upstairs and see if I can see Hasgar because now I'm worried that he blinked away again.
Okay.
I'm gonna go outside and do I smell anything about the fire at all?
Roll an investigation or perception for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be a perception. 24.
24.
Look at that.
Go, Scrack, go.
As you look outside, the sky is not blue. It is almost a thick overcast,
Mhm.
but there are no clouds. There is a
it's
slight
smoke.
red tinge to the air. You see a part from the sky, a darker smoke coming from the direction you came from.
Mhm.
It is wide and it is steady. So the forest is still on fire.
Good.
Yeah, well, we already took care of the thing that was making the evil vine, so now we're just burning
Yeah.
dead
Yeah.
bodies inside trees.
The forest needs to be cleansed.
Mhm.
I don't
You're
think that
upstairs.
was actually a forest, but
That was just me personally, not Riona saying it was me. It's a good thing. Riona's upstairs like, Hasgar, please don't be gone.
So as you climb the steps, you do see the trunk lid is up. There is a satchel on the ground. There's a few other items, and there is a small cube on a leather strap, big enough to be a necklace. No sign of Hasgar.
I look under the bed just in case. Just and I scoop everything up and I go down to Max and like I think he blinked away again.
oh, I asked that boy what was wrong with him. What is going on with him?
Busby made him drink something and now he blinks a lot where he's like he's there and if I try to hug him, he gotta goes or if he gets hit, he goes
Well,
I don't know about Busby, but I mean he led us to you, so he can't be all bad, right? I mean, you're
Hey.
awesome.
Hey, I drank one of Bugsy's
thank
potions,
you.
and there was absolutely zero side effects.
You were half naked, running around a village, seeing things in pretty colors. There was a lot wrong with you. You just don't remember.
You really don't know. Me
I've
that
had
well.
that potion myself, my boy.
Okay, I'm
Did someone
imagining
piss in
that
your clothes the next morning?
I'm sorry.
Did
Sorry?
someone piss in your clothes the next morning after you took it?
No, can't say that happened. No,
Oh,
although I did see some things.
did you see purple?
I thought that was just me.
Oh man, I remember purple.
So what else do you have there, my dear?
I just show him everything. Like there's this cube that was there. There's this satchel.
Well, that's my bag. Yes.
Grabs hold of the strap that's affixed to the cube. He looks at it and he goes,
This isn't mine. Perhaps it was your friend's? When he blinks, as you say, does he leave behind things?
I haven't noticed anything.
Interesting.
so he hobbles over, starts pulling a book out of a cupboard. It's fairly small, very tattered. Flips through it a few times, sets the cube next to it. The cube's about yay big.
Let's see. Yeah.
Right over his shoulder, looking down into the book.
Certainly. I'm not that
Just
tall.
curious.
I am a hunched old man. Let's see. My dear, I haven't had bosoms on my back in quite some time. Thank you. Let's see.
If you get tired while we're traveling, she can put you in her bodice.
Oh. Oh, you're serious? Oh.
He was tired. How else was I supposed to hold him?
I'm not that small, but let's see. We'll just say that the Duchess cured me of any future romantic endeavors and leave it at that, shall we? Let's see. Oh. Scrack? Did your friend just scrack?
What?
I think Scrack's outside.
Mhm.
I
He
could
must
hear
have
him.
caught a chicken.
Must have got a chicken.
Yeah.
He as he's looking through the book, he goes,
I thought so.
takes the leather strap, puts it over his neck, fixes it.
Very well. Good news and bad news.
Bad news first, please, so that the good news is dessert.
I like the way you think. So, bad news. I don't think that your friend blinked away, but good news is we are going on an adventure.
Oh boy. Please tell me he got himself abducted, because I really feel sad for his abductors.
And
Miss,
let's not use the term friend.
how about we put it this way? Mr. Max, where's my friend? My best friend, who I've been with for the last year. More than the 4 days I've known these people.
So, if you're looking over my shoulder, let me show you these illustrations in this book.
I just sent you guys 2 pictures.
Okay.
All right.
For our audience who can't see them yet, one is of a hunched figure, long matted mane of hair, eyes glowing from them, rippled spine, and long extended arms. The other is an arm, very elongated, long clawed fingers coming out of a bag that looks remarkably like a bag of holding, which resembles Max's bag.
I'm afraid we were visited, which is fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. It happens on occasion. But we should probably, depending on if you like this individual, retrieve him.
Let's go retrieve him, because Riona's been through it the past couple of days. The last thing she needs is to deal with the loss of her best friend.
It's easier than you think, my dear. Anyway,
I will trust you, Mr. Max, and I hope you guys will help me with this, because I will go anywhere to find Hasgar.
very well. Let's see.
He walks over to his satchel and he opens it up, and the inside is glowing a bright pinkish color.
That's his confirmation. This has happened to me before. Long time ago, back when I was younger. Can't really say young, but younger, when I was a little more spry than I am now. All right, everyone in.
Everyone in what?
Come on, guys, we got to stick together.
The bag. This, if you are uninitiated, is what is called a bag of holding. It is a bag that can hold about 500 pounds of things, and it only weighs as much as the bag does. It's a extra dimensional pocket, if you will. Unfortunately, I'll tell you more when we get in. Come on.
As he picks up his crutch, he starts sliding it in. He's like,
Oh, don't let it close, by the way. Need someone to stay out and make sure it stays open. If you don't mind. Who's volunteering?
Shaking Daisy. Daisy.
what? Oh my God.
Hold the bag open. Don't let it close. And
What
watch
bag?
this.
I am
Set it
so
in her lap.
snuggly with your llamas. Hall and Oates and I have an understanding. It's nap time.
We are one.
I am one with the warm floof.
Daisy, just don't let the satchel close. And you can stay here and snuggle the llamas.
Do I smell bacon?
There is bacon. Just don't let the bag close.
I bring her a plate of bacon.
Just the entire plate.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just here you go. You're gonna need it.
Just
Sits
don't
up a little
let
bit.
it close.
Crisscross applesauce puts the plate in her lap. I don't know what the hell is going on. Have
Just-
fun. And just starts eating the bacon.
I grab my crook staff and I wrap it around Rusty's waist and I'm like, "You're coming!" And I start pulling him towards the bag.
Pumpernickel!
I want to see if I can.
Your
lift-
safe word is pumpernickel? I thought I was the only one. We have so much in common.
I want to use my staff with the hook and try to shove Rusty in first and then go in after.
Well, Max is already trying to get in. So as he
Yeah.
awkwardly starts to come, like stick his other leg in, he kind of has to remove the appendage, tucks his leg in, puts the appendage in with him, and goes,
All right, hold on.
and goes in.
I'm gonna try to shove Rusty in next with the staff.
Wiggle check.
Make a wiggle check.
What do I
Ugh.
use to attack him with the staff? To hook him.
So he is attempting a dexterity save.
I'm attempting a hook him with the
Nat 20 for 22.
Do you
Well,
even
let me
want
see
to
what I
try
can
at this
do.
point? Okay. So make an unarmed attack.
Okay, I just want to try. You never know. Let's see. Actions,
This is
unarmed.
fantastic.
Hey, I get a +4. If I get a nat 20, you're screwed. Roll. My internet sucks. It won't roll. There we go. It's so slow.
What you got, Rihanna?
I apologize for any background noise here. I have a dice goblin invading my home.
I got a 15. I missed
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
So as
I'm
you
not saying I won't go. I'm just not going first.
I
Okay then.
grab my book and stand in front of the two, and I'm like, you guys.
I'm already putting my foot in. Riona's going in after Max. Toodles.
I want to run to the door and call the owlbear. Scratch! No, put down the goat. Leave it. No.
just the legs.
Yeah. Spit it out. Drop it.
We have to go get into a bag to save Haskar.
What?
We're going to
Don't-
beat up things in the bag. Come along.
Don't ask me to explain. I really can't.
In a bag?
It's a really deep bag.
There's chickens inside.
You go first.
Come on, Torsten, let's go. After you.
I'd grab my book, grab my mace, grab my shield, and wiggle my way into the bag, just lanky as I am.
Yeah, it's actually very easy to do. The bag is very accommodating for size.
Oh, well.
Mhm.
After Torsten is in, I will swan dive in.
All right.
Oh,
So
go.
so Kane and Hat first. Whoop. Beautifully done. Scrack, you just saw your teammates go into this bag. How are you getting in the bag?
Lift up the top with my paw.
Daisy's holding it open.
Daisy's still sitting on the floor. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I don't either.
My head appears back up. Don't forget, don't close this.
That was weird.
Doesn't look like a good idea.
Do you need help, buddy?
No.
Okay, you got this.
All right, gonna poke my head in.
You guys ever seen a cat put their head in a cup?
Mhm. I'm imagining his head's like stuck in it for a minute. He's going like this, looks up, and it just swallows him.
I can
Very
imagine that too.
cartoony. Yeah,
I
like
can
very
imagine that
cartoony.
too. How about let's imagine that together, shall we?
Yep. He's just like.
We all take a moment, just think about that. All right, so Scrack, as you stick your head into the bag, it's dark aside from the leather lining. There is a pinkish light coming from the bottom, but it seems farther away than this bag should be. And as you whip your head to the side, whip your head to the other side, you lift your head up, the bag just slides down your body. You find yourself falling through almost a glittery rainbow tube tunnel. And as you feel yourself go faster and faster and faster, everything just suddenly stops, but there's no abruptness to it aside from the vision. You see everyone is standing on what looks like a white line, if you will, but it is almost a opalescent line. And as you look at it, it's not actually just a line. There is no ground around it. It is, for lack of a better word, cylindrical in nature. And up ahead, you start looking around. There are more of those. It's almost like if you were minute sized and were in a funnel web spider layer nest. They're all going in different directions, but they're also intersecting at points. And you can see small dark holes at the end of some, but branches more than dark holes. Everything else is a void of a pinkish purplish hue. There is no ground. There is no sky. There is no horizon.
I knew this was a bad idea. Can I walk anywhere?
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk down the line.
Okay.
Do we see each other when we get in?
Yeah, you're all there.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You don't quite see Max, but yeah, you're all in there.
Max.
Where the hell is this?
Oh, 1 moment. What are you doing down there?
This is where we appeared. That we followed you in. Where are you?
You hear clomp, 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 clomp of his normal steps as he walks up the side, defying all gravity, and he gets up to her.
Ah, there you are. You landed on the upside down part.
Oops.
I'm very confused, but okay. Point the direction we need to go, Mr. Max.
Oh, that's the fun part. There is no direction. There's no north, south, east, west, or otherwise here. Unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine. But maybe we can ask one of the fellows hopping around here.
I need everybody to make a perception check, please.
24. It's twice in a row.
A 5.
Yeah, I'm kind of, I would imagine I'm hyper aware right now because this is a freaking ass weird place.
8.
Nothing
10.
like nothing I've ever seen. I'm on the verge of freaking out.
So Scrack is the only one that really notices immediately. But it's not just this strange webbing in this pinkish purplish void. There are things floating around everywhere, spaced far apart from each other, but there's small clusters here or individual items there. You can't see them move, but they are all near one of those threads that you are standing on. In fact, just above you, where the end of your thread is that you came in on, there's a few items as well. But Scrack, you also see something else. Leaping from one impossible distance from strand to another, and then leaping up, snatching an item, and then landing on another thread, are what appear to be deer at first. But the longer you look at them, the less deer-like they seem. They have extra joints, and instead of hooves, they have hands. And I am sending you a picture of them now.
You're freaking me out.
Wendigos, Justin. Seriously.
No, not Wendigos.
Okay.
More nightmare
brand.
fuel.
Store brand Wendigos.
Nightmare fuel.
These are not scary looking to me.
They're kind of cute.
Yeah. You do notice that they do not have the faces of deer either. There is a very plain white featureless mask with the exception of 2 eyes that are dark voids. And as they leap around, snatching items out of the air, they're clutching them tightly and then scampering like deer would away to other locations.
They don't come anywhere near us.
No, they're not coming near you.
Probably for the best.
Max walks up.
Mr. Scrack, are you okay? Is everything...
What are those things?
Oh, I don't know their proper name, but yes, they are. There's about 5 of them that I've seen. They are denizens of this area, shall we say?
Where are we?
We are in the web. If you need something, you place it in a bag of holding, and when you need it, you reach into that bag of holding and you pull out whatever you're thinking of. Yes? Are you familiar with this?
No.
Well, quick lesson then. It's a magical item that it is very convenient. I've had one for many years.
Okay, I don't care anymore.
Oh,
How
I'm
do we get
sorry.
out of here?
Well, we can go back the way we came.
Why are we in
However,
here?
well, I believe your friend was collected.
Collected.
We're
Haskar.
trying to fix. We're trying to find Miss Hasgar Scrack. He seems to have been taken into the bag somewhere.
Why can't you reach for him by thinking about him?
Try it.
I think of Hasgar and everything he was wearing. Just I think of him and I just reach out.
Okay. So as you think of things, nothing comes to you. He definitely doesn't come flying at you, but you do feel a pull in a certain direction.
I follow the pole. I start walking towards it with my eyes closed.
Oh, I see. Very good. Unfortunately, probably should have said something before we got in here. I was a little gung-ho. It's been a while since I've had an adventure. There is a legend, if you will, and not really a legend because I've seen proof of it, and unfortunately this, and he holds up the cube, was further proof. There was an adventurer who he and his party were out adventuring, and things happen, and sometimes some people choose to try to get into their bags to be, well, shall we say, sneaky. I've done it on occasion myself, but this particular person, he never found his way out, and he stayed for countless eons, or just a few seconds. Really depends on your perception of reality and time. But he was changed, and now he roams around in this extra dimensional space, and he collects things that he deems interesting, or if he needs something. He's called the Bag Man because he comes out of the bag of holdings.
Not good.
I'm sorry, that's
You
not
get
one of my better
Haskar?
stories.
Not a very uplifting story, I'll give you that.
I guess we gotta find Haskar then.
Saving Haskar from the Bagman. Sounds like a great idea.
Still
Well-
walking, following the pole. Just kind of left you guys
I'm
behind.
gonna amble after Riona. I'm not confident to move quickly or anything in this place.
As you move, you find yourself, you can move along the line at any angle.
Super glad I'm barefoot right now. I could only just imagine my feet are like kind of like trying to curve around as I'm walking.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking on a log, you're just like he.
Does the webbing look familiar?
You want to make an Arcana check?
Not to me, it doesn't look familiar. At an 8.
An 8. Yeah, it looks like a very sociopathic spider made this. You're just wondering if there is a spider.
Yeah. Figuring there's going to be a spider at some point.
Max walks up and you can see that he's not using his crutch. He's using or he's walking without it, clutching the crutch in his hand. He just kind of sets it up a little bit like this and lets go of it. And he holds his hand out and you see a pair of shoes float towards him. These are some strange looking shoes. They have 4 wheels on each shoe.
You're giving the old man rollerblades.
Not blades, the old fashioned roller skates.
Oh, okay, roller skates. My
Yes.
bad.
Interesting footwear.
I find they come very recommended for certain terrain. Normally, I would need this, but as you can tell, gravity isn't exactly an issue here.
Gravity?
Yes, it's an interesting magical concept. Now, some believe that everything produces its own pull towards their centers. Others believe that it's only like a massive object that can do this. But I personally believe that it's all BS and that we just have to determine where we are at all times. I'm joking.
We're all just lucky to be alive. Gotcha.
Yes, very much so.
So as he sits down, removes one of his feet, sets it to the side, lets it float there, pops that one on, puts the other skate on,
All right, forward.
and he just starts rolling in the direction of Fiona.
I'm using my long shanks to, keep up with everybody.
I'm just walking behind Rihanna.
Okay.
I'm following the pole to Hasgard, like please, please, please. And I'm keeping my eyes closed just because I think that's me, just her thinking, okay, I got this. If I keep my eyes closed, I'll get there faster.
Okay. So as you walk, you come to a few different junctions. You've continued straight, but one pulls you more in the left direction. As you walk it's a steep incline, but it doesn't feel hard to follow at all. You continue as you would normally. Everybody make a perception roll for me.
Oh, Lord.
15.
15.
Scrack is not liking this place.
Ooh,
16.
who's the natural 20 with a 24?
Would that be
I
close?
got 16.
16. Okay.
Apparently, I'm tired of being ignorant.
So as you are walking along, some of you notice the deer-like entities bouncing around. Some of them stand on their back two legs and look around for a moment before bouncing off across the web strands. One of them has stopped and has his arms drawn up like this as he's staring you guys down.
I really want to cast a light spell, but I don't trust it.
I stare right back at him.
I wave hello. Hi. Have you seen a dwarf with red mohawk? Red.
Keep walking.
I'm gonna keep following the pole.
Really
As you-
big hammer.
As you guys start walking, it lightning fast just starts running at you, galloping across strands and leaping from strand to strand to get to you faster. And as it's coming up behind Scrack, I need you to make a dexterity save, please.
It wants to collect you.
11.
11. Okay. So Scrack, as you can hear it,
Mhm.
it's silent. As you all turn around, you see it leaping over, arms and legs just completely straight as its body flies over the back of Scrack. One hand reaches out, grabs hold of the rope on Scrack's necklace and removes it with ease, falls probably about 80 feet, lands on a strand and starts running.
Would it have been in my melee because I'm within 5 feet of Scrack because he's following me?
Sure, you can try.
Okay, I want to like turn and try to just grab it because I know I'm not gonna be able to grab that necklace.
Sure, go for it.
What would that be? Unarmed?
Yeah, we'll say an unarmed attack.
Okay. Come on, something good. I need one good roll tonight, guys.
Just one?
I need a couple, but 14 to hit it.
14.
Yeah.
So as it flies over the back of Scrack, it reaches, grabs the necklace, tucks it in, and you turn around to see this, and you reach out to grab it, finding one of its horns in your hand. I don't mean like poking
Yeah.
through your hand. I mean you grab hold
Like,
of one of its
yeah.
horns, and it whisks you and the necklace
Ah!
right off the side, about 80 feet. There
I'm
is
gonna
no
just hold.
there is no wind. There's no feeling of your stomach dropping as you're falling, but you are up against it, and you do feel some sort of gravity once it lands, but you manage to hold on to it as it's running.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put both hands on the antlers, and I would like to, I guess. How would I? I want to. I'm cowgirling this. I want to wrap my legs around it and hold it and try to turn it back.
Okay.
Turn its head. Go back.
You're trying to wrestle a steer, basically.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make a strength roll for me.
Crap, guys, let's get after her. we all start running after her.
I could just imagine Rusty's like sitting here like, no. Which a big old 5.
Oh, big old 5.
I'm just
As you have one of the horns, you feel that you can reach up and you grab hold of the other horn, and you throw a leg up on its back, and as you pull yourself up, oh, now what?
Yep. I'm just did not think this through.
How far away is the thingy from us?
So it's 80 feet
Oh, yeah.
below you.
So it's 80 feet below. Is it the line kind of running the same direction?
It is not. It is going, if you were to look at a map, probably in a easterly direction. So if you guys want to chase, I need you to make dexterity rolls.
While they're giving chase, can I try to cast Beast Bond? Because I'm touching it.
Absolutely. Try.
I'm gonna just I put my head down on its head and I'm trying to think at it like, please stop running, please. And if it has an intelligence of 4 or higher, it fails automatically.
Okay. It is not a beast.
Well, still gonna try. Just please stop.
Sure.
Please stop. Please go back. Just
Well,
please.
Are you saying this only in your mind, or are you saying this out loud?
Out loud. It's like I have my head against his head. I'm saying it out loud. Please go back. Please. Please.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
I am. I look at Rusty and I go, well, let's see if magic works here. And I focus and I cast a guiding bolt at the antlered figure. It's
All right.
120 foot range. So
Yeah. Last night, you were sweating trying to pull any type of power to your hands. You were trying to heal, you were trying to do anything you could, and it took a lot from you. It comes so easily and naturally to you right now.
Son of a bitch.
Not that easy. I'll
What
turn to
the
Scrack.
Hell,
What'd you roll, bub?
a natural 1.
So as you feel the
4
power,
and
you're like,
8.
You better not hit me.
Literally trying your best, like, okay, I can do this. And as you are just trying as hard as you can to bring whatever power may be in your body, it's just as easy as it used to be, and it surprises you, and you just whoa.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't done it in a while. You're out of practice.
It builds up, buddy. That's okay.
Scrack, do you see where Rihanna is?
Yeah. How do we get
Yeet
there?
me. Yeet me. You can do this.
Chuck him. Do it.
Mm.
Yeet
Like
the
a-
gnome.
Make a strength roll for me, Scrack, with advantage because you're huge.
All right. We're gonna go with the 20.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that 20 if that's what you want to go with.
We'll go with the 20.
I'm gonna put that in my notes. Yeet gnome.
Gnome eating is gonna be a
Mhm.
thing.
So as Scrack wraps his bear paw around you, the claws clack around your body, and he's like, "Ugh," and you fly through the air. Strangely, no wind resistance.
Mhm.
You don't lose momentum at all. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me. This isn't to land.
Oh,
I am going to use a luck point. I'm going
All
to
right.
use a luck point. I'm going to use a luck
Inspiration.
point. No, I
Oh,
got
a luck
luck.
point. Oh, okay.
Good
I
feet.
think
17.
There you go.
Much better than
So-
that 3.
There you go.
Scrack chucked you.
hmm
Scrack is not proficient in throwing gnomes.
Mhm.
So as you're like "Argh," trying your best, you feel your body doing this as you go forward. And you kind of start trying to right yourself a little bit and wiggle as you do. I need you to make an acrobatics to see if you can land near or with Rihanna.
Will
Oh, he just
do.
made a dex.
Yeah.
He just made a dex save. He's got to make both.
Yep.
He doesn't go crashing into the web, you know.
8.
An 8. Okay. Rihanna, as you're saying out loud, you hear, "Ah," and you look around and you just see feet of a gnome fly past you. Very straight angle at this point. But yeah, Rusty, you have overshot.
Happens to the best of us.
As he's going by, can I take one hand free and try to thorn whip him? It's gonna hurt, but I can pull him to me.
Technically, he was in range of you for
I'll even do it at
an
disadvantage.
attack
just-
of opportunity, but yes, with disadvantage.
Yeah, just to see, because it makes a good story. Let's see. With a disadvantage thorn whip, we're looking at would be 13.
A 13. Okay.
13. That doesn't hit your AC, I'm guessing.
No.
No.
Back to the deer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Rusty, as you are flying past, you see the redhead spin towards you as you're like, ah. She tries to do a thorn whip. The thorns or the vine flies out of your hand naturally. No pain, no burning sensation, no ointment needed. It is easy, breezy, beautiful, and misses Rusty completely. Rusty, I'm going to get back to you in just 1 second. Scrack and Torsten, what are you doing?
I'm looking at where Rusty went, and I'm like, crap.
It was a
Nice
good throw.
It was a very good throw.
And you guys thought Haskar was going to be the one to kill me.
Technically, this would be suicide because you told him to throw you.
Yeah.
Oh, we all knew that I would be the one to kill me.
Mhm.
I am doing nothing that calls for a dexterity check. I promise you that.
Okay.
So I'm standing
I
there
will say-
flabbergasted, going, Joe.
I'm there, and I'm like, kind of working my feet on the web, kind of like when you see a dog that doesn't want to jump in the pool but really wants to jump in the pool, you know, because like now 2 of you are off that direction. And I'm gonna jump for that other web.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can
absolutely.
escape the gravity of this web line or what.
Try it
But I'll give it a go.
You know what? I want to cast fairy fire on it.
What do
on
you
the creature.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so what's the appropriate roll to make?
Dexterity saving throw of 15.
I'm making a dex or
No,
for your
no,
spell
no, there's-
or for my jump.
For you, Scrack, make me a dexterity saving throw so that I know where you land.
All right. 13.
13. Okay. So as you hesitate, you feel your claws go into the surface and break the tension a little bit. You see fragments not crack off, but almost tear and spiral a little bit under your finger, or your claws. As you leap off unsure, you find yourself flying in that direction, and you almost managed to land behind, but you overshot just a little bit. But with a 13, you're able to grab with one claw and in a spiral come back up towards the top. You were behind them, but they are leaving your area.
And so I'm behind them and they're heading off still. Rihanna on the back of beast thing.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to start going. Like, how fast can you move on this thing? Does it feel as sort of steady as walking on the ground?
It does. It has a slight spongy feel to it, but it's strong enough.
All right, because I'll try to keep up.
Okay.
Right. You know.
Where your claws had dug in and spiraled around, you do see filaments shredded and floating in different directions, but you managed to give chase. Torsten, you said 15?
Yes.
Okay. How does 17 hit you?
It doesn't, and it doesn't hit the antler thing either.
You fire it off, and again, like you felt when you tried to do a spell before, there is no torsion inside your chest. There's no extra effort. It is just natural in this place. But as you send off a spell, you do see Max roll past you, and he's like, "Come along, we have to gain." And he starts not just going straight, but he starts going around, and as he's going around, he tries to get more and more speed, centrifugal force going, until he finally leaps off into the direction.
Did he roll good? Because I would love for him to roll good.
He did not. He got
I don't think so.
2.
Oh,
You got 2.
oh,
So as he leaves it, you hear, "Yeah!"
it just keeps going.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Can I still
so
see? Can I still see Gordon? Can I still see?
you
He
can see
overshot,
him.
right?
He's
He never
flying off.
he never touched the web.
He never touched it. But he's flying off that way. You see Max going this way because he meant to go that way, but he rolled a 2. He's going upwards.
I don't care about Max.
That's fine.
I care about the gnome that I just threw into space.
Still going.
His hand the deer, one of his hands is up like this, holding the necklace, right?
Mhm.
While he's doing his little run thing.
Right.
And I'm like, here, can I try to grab it
You
while I'm
can try it
holding
out.
on with one hand?
Sure.
I'm gonna keep one hand.
Are you gonna be sneaky about it, or are you gonna be open about it?
I'm not gonna be sneaky. I'm just gonna try to grab it.
Okay. Yeah.
So-
Make a dexterity.
Please. Because as soon as I get it, I can let go. Okay, 16.
16's good. 16's good. As you are holding on with one hand, you take your left hand, you reach over the shoulder, and you're able to grab hold of the necklace and pull it. And as you do, you see the hand let go, and there are suction cups like on a frog's feet.
I just into the chest it goes automatically, and I let go. And
Okay.
I literally like push off of it, let go, flying backwards.
Okay.
When I
So,
see her do that, I jump towards her.
Okay. As Torsten leaps in that direction, as Max is flying in a completely different direction, as
We're just all going.
Rusty is flying this direction, and as Strack is giving chase to the newly freed Rihanna, we're going to take a break.
Yes. I need some food for my tum tum.
Yeah, I can use some food too.
Hi, my name's Rusty. Allow me to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a forest gnome. I'm approximately 3.5 feet tall. I have sandy blonde hair and gray eyes. I'm always immaculately dressed, topped off with my signature hat. I enjoy long walks on the beach and talking about my crazy conspiracy theories.
My character, Rihanna Hirath, is a human who lives on a little farm outside of Jessup's Nest. She grew up on this farm with her father her entire life. It's always been just the two of them. But a few years ago, he was called to go fight in a war and hasn't returned yet, sending letters whenever he gets a chance. With him gone, Rihanna has to pick up the mantle and take charge, caring for all the animals on the farm, giving a little special care to her two favorite llamas, Hall and Oats. Over the years, she learned how to crochet and knit as well as make her own yarn. Using her skills, she would sell her products in town, and with any spare coins she could muster, she would buy books. These books told her about adventures outside of the little town she lived in, and she's always wanted to go on her own adventure. But tending to the farm and caring for the house is now her job, and she's content with her job. It's her lot in life, spending her days doing her chores, reading, and waiting for her father to come home. Rihanna couldn't ask for more.
Dason Stormson, or Daisy to her friends if she had any, left the military because that was a bad decision on her part. Now she traipses around looking for shinies to add to her collection. Unfortunately, however, she did run afoul of the local thieves guild, which left her tied to a post facing a very hungry-looking owlbear. But that owlbear spoke her name. Now, they are the best of friends.
When you first look at Torsten, you'll probably notice that his face looks like it hurts all the time. And it does. Torsten had just taken the Oath of Tyr to join the priesthood as an acolyte with a wish to become a full cleric. Then the band of demons attacked. In his zealousness, Torsten painted his face in the pattern of the war clerics and set about to keep his family safe with his faith. Torsten was taken by the raiding demons, tortured at their camp, and given a gift by the demon leader. The once woad-colored face paint Torsten wore is now an abyssal scar burned into his flesh that will never heal. He was sent back to the chantry the next day so the people could see the punishment for having faith in goodness, but it had the opposite effect because Torsten would not cry. He did not wince or shy away when the people saw him. He simply told them that it was his hope and faith in their God of justice that brought him through the darkness, and his scars are proof that hope can endure. Not knowing if his family is dead or alive, his hope and faith will only continue to grow as he awaits the chance to see them again, either in this life or the next.
As Carbone split her hair, Fairy built a hook. I'm a stonemason by trade, fire by circumstance. I don't give much of a damn for anyone, except for to pay me for my trade. With the exception of Rihanna. She's a good kid. I fought in wars. For my troubles, I got a scar across my right side of my face and throat. That's the reason I talk the way I do. Which is hardly at all. I'm done.
And we're back. Howdy.
Are we though?
Did you miss us?
No, Rihanna, really, I'm gonna save you.
Yeah.
You're gonna go. It's gonna go like this. Whoop.
I hope not.
So if you are just joining us, hi, welcome. Oh no. So yeah, we have Rihanna, who was on the back of a antlered creature, snatching the pendant for that Scrack once owned, releasing herself and letting the will of fates guide her. We have Rusty, overshot because Scrack threw him. Scrack is
That was
hot
not my fault. It
on
was a
the
good
heels
throw.
of Rihanna.
It was a good
I'm sorry.
throw.
Yes.
He's
It
the
was
one
good
that
throw.
failed to save.
That's right.
You're the one that made him do 2 saves.
I did. Because I'm
So really, this is your
I'm mean. I'm mean.
because he passed his first save. But I'm just saying.
Your bitterness is showing there.
Is my bitterness, my old man bitterness,
Yeah.
ripening and
for
pungent odor of bitterness
our viewers.
coming through.
For our viewers, a little background history on our player, Mr. Harry. He was there guiding
dying.
the hand of Gary Gygax. They were trying
I'm dying to hear my
create.
history from you. Dying to hear my history from you.
So as he was trying to manipulate the future parents of Gary Gygax into coupling.
Now look here. Yes, I was around when the Earth's crust was still doughy.
It was at the under the sea dance. Not at the high school. It was literally under the sea. Planet,
right
back in the ancient times.
Precambrian rocked.
Get it? Oh, Precambrian. Haven't heard that phrase in a while.
All right, let's go.
Anywho's will be.
Let's go. All right, so we've got 2 of our party zooming off into the void because you're
3
a bad person. Okay, that's fine. So we know that. Torsten and I are still on this webby little prince planet thing.
Except
Whatever.
I saw Rihanna let go and I was like, screw it. And I was going to go. I jumped after her to save her because everybody else is
Into
going.
the void.
I'm the one that was skeptical about coming into this thing in the first place.
And you're doing the
only
best.
one. Yeah, you're the only one on solid ground or solidness. Yeah.
So, how far in front of me was Rihanna when she pulled the necklace and then leapt off the back of the thing? And then what is the thing doing?
So the thing is still running forward at the moment that she releases from the back of it. You are probably about 10 feet behind because
You rolled well, Harry. You rolled well. Unlike Rusty.
I had to roll twice.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He had to roll twice, and he rolled well the first time. I'm just saying.
The first time, yes, he did roll very well to
Yeah,
correct.
We don't
the
even know
trajectory.
what the roll was for.
But
Sure,
the
whatever.
second roll was because he specified where he wanted to land.
Mm.
So in future, if you specify what you want to do, I might make you roll for it. I'm just saying.
All you gotta say, Justin, is I'm the DM. If I tell you to roll,
Oh, no.
roll the dice.
That's my passive aggressive.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's
All
fine.
right, so I'm
Passive.
flying.
You use that word.
backwards.
I do not think it means what you think it means.
We love each other.
A little, just a little.
For values of love that include
Define
tolerate.
love.
So let's go with the first one that is into the void. Rusty, as you are flying, you are supermaning it perfectly now. However, you did overshoot and you are you're flying. So I need you to make a either perception or investigation for me, please.
Oh, I get to choose. Frick, that's an 11.
Okay. All right. So there's no real wind resistance, so you don't have a whole bunch of wind in your face, but you are tearing up a little bit at this time. You're like, it's the wind in my eyes. Really, I'm not falling into a void in a straight line. I'm good. As you feel the close proximity of other lines of web. Then 11, you spot off in the distance, probably about 100 or so feet, 2 of those creatures bounding, 2 little clusters of things and bounding away. They are bouncing across different webs. If you would like to land on any of that, you're welcome to roll, or as a bonus, since this is an interesting area, you can roll a d20 for me. Just a straight d20.
That's an easy choice. 18 for whatever that means.
An 18. I like that roll. So these strands are large enough for your party to walk on and around. You're not sure exactly what'll happen if you land on one, if the impact will be debilitating or deadly, or if you'll be just fine since you don't feel any wind resistance. You are still continuing in a straight line. If you try to influence that in any way, you could probably try to grab hold of something. However, the mad gnome that you are, you look around at these creatures bouncing around, collecting items, and you think to yourself, man, an umbrella would really come in handy right now.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yep. And as you think that, this bright pink umbrella zooms toward you and lands in your outstretched hand. You now have an umbrella.
May I open the umbrella?
You may.
I open the umbrella.
Sure, there is no wind, so it's not going to resist. You just now have an open umbrella. However, as you are still flying forward, you kind of turn in the air going, okay, this is not, and it snags hold of one of the horns of the leaping creatures, and you're abruptly yanked from your trajectory, and you are now clutching onto this umbrella for dear life as it's bounding around from web to web.
Perfect.
Rihanna,
Yes.
you released
Ah.
and you are falling away, not backward, but just away from this creature as it's bounding away. As your weight leaves its back, it didn't seem to mind you so much, but you now have what it was trying to take. You see, as it leaps forward in its stride, turns around almost like a gymnastic athlete. It is rippling sinew and muscle, turns around and looks at you as you are gaining distance from it. And it turns its body around and lands and starts bouncing towards you. And Scrack, you are coming up behind Rihanna quickly. What do you do?
Can I stand up on my hind legs and grab her,
Absolutely.
hook her, and bring her back down?
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Sure. Give me a dexterity roll with advantage
Oh, okay.
because
Well, I
she's
got a
coming at
19
you.
on my first.
Okay.
Oh, but I got a 20 on my next. So I
Nice.
wasted them
Nice.
both. All right.
Yeah.
So 21. 21.
So as your claws go up forward, thinking, I'll catch her this way, you're like, oh, no, maybe I should just do this instead.
Pin cushion me.
I mean, this would ensure that you catch her.
I just like want to hook her clothes with my claws. And
Yeah. You absolutely snag her from above as you are running, and you land and clutch her into your arm. As you are you going to continue your forward momentum, or are you going to stop? Or
I got to stop and I got to try to look for Rusty.
okay, as you stop, you kind of slide a little bit, spiraling tendrils of the substance you're running on tear away from it and your claws. Thorsten,
Yes.
you leapt.
Yes. Instantly regretting that decision.
Yeah, as soon as Rihanna had let go, she didn't fall away or back. She just kind of let go and was in that space
Yeah.
until snatched up by Scrack.
And I was aiming for her, so it's
So you're a little ahead.
look,
And
as long as I hit the web, I'm happy.
Okay. Want you to make an acrobatics roll for me.
Tits.
If that's where you're trying to land, I mean,
No, I'm just trying to hit solid ground. I don't want to go floating around. I rolled an 8, which means I get a 7.
you got a 7.
I am not dexterous at all.
At all. Okay. So you have this moment of, I will rescue my friend. You leap off, and you expected her going this way. You were going to go here, and you were going to meet in the middle. She
Figure it
stopped
out from
about here, and you went this way. As you're going past, yeah, that was perfect aim. You would have met at that point. At this point, you see the creature spinning around, grabbing hold of the webbing, and start to spring forward. Do you want to try to grab it, or are you going to fall past it because you're about to impact with it?
I will try to grab it since I'm about to impact with it.
And you rolled a
Actually, you know what? Screw that. I will brace for impact while casting guiding bolt at it.
all right. Cast your guiding bolt.
A 21.
Oh, yeah.
So as you're like, oh crap. The energy leaves your hands. It feels natural. It feels like something that's well practiced. Over the last 4 days, you had a lot of practice. the bolt flies out from your hands, and it definitely strikes the creature, snapping it in several places, pinning it to the ground as you hit and bounce.
Is
Little help.
is he within 30 feet of us?
He is within 30 feet of you.
I will again try Thorn Whip to grab Torsten and pull him towards us
And
as I'm
okay.
snuggled
I
up
am
into
actively
Scratch.
reaching for anything coming near me.
You're Hans Grubering it at this point.
Yeah.
I'm snuggling up in Scrack, and I just go out with a 26.
26th. Oh yeah.
Excellent shot.
Yeah. The whip wraps around his leg easily, and it's not like he's going this way, he gets caught by it and he dangles. He's literally just stuck in air where you have
You're
him.
a kite.
Well,
Oh,
if
man.
if I did damage to the critter, it was 15 points of damage.
And am I gonna do damage because it's Thorn Whip?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you, Torsten.
Hey, just you drag me back in so I don't have to climb back up the vine.
That would be, let's see, 5. Wait, why did it roll twice? Stop that. Go with the 5 damage. Go away. So 5 points of piercing, and I will have Scrack hold on to me, and maybe we'll work together to try to pull you in because I'm not strong. I got you though.
So as you're being pulled in, you can see the creature, as you had hit it, it's like its back had snapped and it collapsed to the surface. There is no blood, there's no gore, but you see as the body is laying there broken, it seems to be lifeless, and then it starts absorbing from the broken spot. So the back end and the front end collapse backwards and starts being absorbed into the web-like substance.
Okay.
Ew.
Did you see that, Scrack? I got him. Look, we got Torsten, and then I got your necklace back. I dig in my chest. I pull it out for him. I got your necklace. He had sticky, froggy fingers.
I'm looking around as they're dragging me in for
Rusty.
I'm looking around for
Oh,
Rusty
God.
or Max. I'm like,
Yeah, I forgot about Max. Where's he?
Rusty, Max.
Rusty's probably about, as he says, holding on to the umbrella as he's bounding all over the place, from web to web, seemingly unbothered by this. The creature is bounding from area to area, grabbing things out of small piles and flying off to another web. But you do see Rusty about 100, 150 feet away.
Let go, Rusty. Just yelling, let go.
No.
Damn it. I'm gonna think of Max and see if I can get like a pull in a direction he may have floated off to.
We need to find Haskar.
I know, but I want a direction of where Max is at the moment as he's floated off into space because he knows how to get out of here, Scrack. Do you know how to get out of here? So we need both. We need Hasgar and Scrack, and I kind of want Rusty, so we got to get him too. He's my cuddle buddy.
This
Unless
was
you
a
want to be my cuddle buddy.
This was a simple concept when I was thinking of it earlier.
You should know better.
You put us in zero gravity. You
Yes.
knew what would happen.
So yeah, I would like to try to feel where Max is, so I have a direction because I know Rusty's going that way with the deer.
So basically, up and to the right, you can see you can see an elderly man ass over tea kettle. Just
Okay, so
Grab a web.
Torsten, do you think you could get Max, or do you need help?
Well, let's get me down on the webs and okay.
We gotta get both.
I look up at Max. Is there any? Do I see any like system of webbery where I can stay on my feet?
well, you can get to the one that Rihanna and Scrack are currently on.
Right.
There's a few crisscrossing in all directions around you. There's probably one about 20 feet away if you need to.
I have an idea, guys. I have a brilliant idea. And I put the necklace around Scrack and I make sure Torsten's on the ground. I get out of Scrack's arm and I turn it into an elk.
I knew you would. Okay.
I'm an elk. I mean, we're dealing with deer. I'm a giant deer now, basically.
Yeah, but
Did you
those
give
things have
yourself
hands for feet?
suction cup hands?
No, I have hooves, and I am going to bound place to place going for Rusty.
Okay.
All right,
Or
I
attempt
saved
to.
you once. I grabbed you. You were floating off into space.
And I just left you to go jump off into space, leaving you with Torsten so you can help him.
So as you
I'm just standing next to Scraggs, just kind of looking at him because I think you and I are about the same height, right?
No.
How
Scrack is
I'm like 7 feet
huge.
tall.
you're how tall?
Let me go to.
Like from when he's standing up, he's almost 8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 7 foot.
When he's on all 4s.
7 foot who?
7'10" when I'm standing up.
Okay. Yeah, you're about a foot taller than me. But because I'm just under 7 foot, but
long
just-
and lanky human.
just kind of look at. I mean, we're relatively the same height. Just kind of look up at him a little bit and just.
Ding, ba-ding, ba-ding, ba-ding.
So Riona,
just shaking my head.
as you begin to wild shape,
Mhm.
you don't feel pardon me.
Bless you.
Springtime. Gotta love it.
Mhm.
So as you begin to wild shape, you have some difficulties.
Hmm.
You are trying to draw in the power as you felt in the past when you produce flames, when you do the vine. That's all from you. You don't feel an outside source of power at this time, and I need you to roll a d20 for me, please.
Oh, it was almost so pretty. And now it's a 3, I think. It's in the corner.
Okay. So as you try to wild shape, you almost feel a pulse leave your body. And at first you don't feel anything as far as your body changing, but then you feel a slight sting on your bare part of your arm, and you look down and you see there's a small piece of sand, and then another, and then some dirt on your other arm hits, and then you start feeling small little smatterings on your face and neck and anywhere your flesh is exposed, as whatever dust, dirt, or earth is in this dimension is pulled towards you. Eventually, Torsten and Scrack, and maybe Rusty, can see that you get covered head to toe in just this debris. and you begin to glow green.
Gotta love the green glow.
Rusty, what are you doing?
So as I'm catching a ride with our friend, the really messed up mule deer, is there any point that I'm within like 120 feet of Max?
Roughly, yeah.
If there is, I will cast Vortex Warp on Max and sit him back on one of the webs as close to the group as possible.
Okay.
That's for him, and I'm just kind of waiting till I can see something, till I can see that me and the deer thing are closer to the group.
Okay. So as you cast this, Max disappears from the location that he's flying off to. Suddenly there's a pop, and Torsten and Skrak's attention is drawn behind them as Max poofs into existence, and he just looks at you as he's standing on these skates, and he goes, I
that way.
as he releases all of his breakfast all over the place.
Zero gravity goo.
I'm glad I'm covered in dirt and can't see this at the moment.
So, Rusty, are you just waiting until they get closer to you or to the group? Or
Yeah, when we get closer to the group, I have no idea what's about to happen here, but I'm going to cast Levitate on this mule deer thing.
okay.
And since there's no up nor down, I'm kind of hoping it will just stop him.
So go ahead and cast.
Okay.
Mark that off. As the front hands of this creature are grabbing hold of things and moving all over the web and snatching things and tucking up, you see as it's trying to land on something, it's just slowly moving in the direction it was meant to, but it threw it off. So it grabs hold of the web with its front leg. Back legs are just trying to grab hold, but it's still up.
Okay.
Like momentum here has stopped. It has a hold with one hand onto the web.
This is my stop. I'll be getting off now.
It's very determined to try to get its back legs onto the web. These are not smart creatures.
So if I can get my umbrella off of the horn, I will attempt to get onto the web.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Do I need to make a save or anything? Or
No.
all right. Ta-da!
A very dapper and elegant dismount of Rusty from one of these creatures that looks very befuddled. It's especially interesting because it has no features on the face, but it just, the body movements are like, why am I not touching? But yes, Max is finished heaving his hoe, and Rihanna, you don't feel the pain. You don't feel anything but warmth. You hear the sounds of a river in your ears. You feel sunlight on the peaks of mountains. You feel the heat of the desert. You can hear people, and then fades into nothing but the wind. And eventually you feel yourself change. as the soil and rocks fall from Riona's body, she did not change into an elk. She changed into something else. It's
Oh,
Riona.
kill me, guys.
It's Riona, but
You're doing a
her
good job of that yourself.
her skin is a bluish hue, but her eyes and her hair, her feet, and her fingertips glow bright green. Her face is featureless, and you can see from her hair cocoons open as glowing moths flitter out from her hair. Her left eye glows brighter than the right, and you can see a pulsing green glow where her heart should be.
Could be.
What the hell?
I did send
Not-
you a picture.
Not good. Not good.
Oh,
Oh, snap.
I like that.
Do any of us recognize what this is?
If you want to make a history or arcana roll, sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother rolling. I'm going to go ahead and use my portent.
Okay.
That's an 18.
I'll make
You're
a
using
history
19?
check.
An 18 plus
Jesus.
4, 22.
22. This creature that stands before you, you've seen in a book from your college days. It is a creature of the Fae. It is not, it looks to be an earth elemental, but also a creature of green growing things and liquid water flowing around it. You've seen one of these drawing of a concept. This is an elemental that is born of multiple elementals. This one is lacking fire.
Okay, guys. Everyone just go real easy. How you feeling, Riona?
Do I notice the change at all? Because last thing I was thinking is elk.
Oh yeah, you are fully aware of who you are and how you now look.
You all right there?
What the?
Daring new look.
What are you doing?
Trying to turn into an elk. This is new.
That's not
This-
an elk.
The farthest from an elk I think I've ever seen.
You're bad at this.
Never said I was good
Um,
at this, Scrack.
Have any of you guys heard of a hybrid elemental?
What's an elemental?
Apparently,
It's okay. You're gonna be okay. This is all okay.
Well, of course this is okay. This is part of what I can do now, right, guys? This is what druids can do, right? Druids can so
Yes.
do this.
Yes.
I've never
I
seen
smack Torskin as hard as I can with the back of my head.
Right in the calf.
Whack.
Okay, well then there's nothing to worry about.
absolutely.
Let's go find Haskar.
Okay.
Why
Focus
don't you
on
try to-
Haskar.
Why don't you try to stop doing this?
Because it takes a lot to change into it, and the sand
Can
really
you-
hurt.
Can you stop doing this?
At this point, you hear Max go, "I agree."
Max, you joined us.
I agree with you, Albert. Oh, I don't have anything else to throw up.
Okay. I will focus. Give me a second. Okay. So I'm going to sit and I'm going to focus and I'm going to drop wild shape, hopefully, or whatever the heck this is.
Roll a d20 for me.
12.
12. Okay. So as you focus, you feel the energy slowly fade, and your hair goes from being wild and glowing green and moving like there's a wind to settling. And eventually, standing before you is normal looking Rihanna with long red hair again.
Let's go find Huskar.
Yeah. Interesting move. Yeah, let's
We
go
can
find
deal. We
Huskar.
can
Don't
we
do
can
that
unpack all of this.
I'm
Like-
not sure what we're unpacking. I'm just being a druid.
I
Yes, you are.
have a theory.
Oh.
Max,
I take off my water skin and shove it in Max's mouth.
don't drown the old man.
Thank you. But if you can tell me how to grow hair,
And he takes off his hat.
I would be obliged.
Grow hair? Whoa. Oh. Ha. Now I'm doing circles trying to see my hair. Eventually I just pull it up over in front of me. It's like, how did I do that? I love my hair. It's so back. I love it.
Can everyone make a perception roll for me?
All right.
I'm just
I
playing
don't
with
know.
my hair.
Can we?
A 10.
24. That's like my third 18 today.
Nice, buddy.
16.
I've
This
rolled well.
It's
except
my
for
9,006. Harry, why'd you curse me?
Because Scrack is in a very uncomfortable place and he is
Yeah.
using all his owlbear abilities right now. He's like, no.
So yeah, you do notice that while this place isn't noisy in any way, you no longer hear the sound of the beasts running here and there. It is silent. You see them all in various locations all over these webs, staring directly at you. And they drop whatever it is that they were holding. Some have swords, some have articles of clothing, some trinkets. One even has a lamp. And they slowly start moving their way towards you.
Hasgar. Just think about it in the heart. Think of Hasgar.
Okay.
Find a direction and we go.
Since you're pointed towards the rest of the group, Haskar would be behind you.
Turn around and I say that way.
All right, let's go that way.
I
Start-
was gonna say start moving the direction she wanted to go, keeping an eye on the weird masked elk things.
Mhm.
So as you all begin to walk, their pace quickens. And as your pace quickens a little bit, theirs quickens until they start trotting. And you can see them going from what would be viewed as the top of the strand to the sides. And a few of them start leaping to others, trying to get closer and closer or even ahead of you.
Fine. Yeah.
I'm booking it. I'm gonna try to book it.
Okay. Since she's the only one that's stated that she's going to run, as soon as she starts running, they go as fast as they can, running not at the rest of you, not at the group, but at her in particular.
All right. I start running too.
Oh, I think not.
You have about 8 of them zeroing in on Rihanna.
And
Start
so
running
am
after
I.
Rihanna.
Okay. As they leap from place to place or run down strands that connect and go in the various branches that connect towards Rihanna, you do see that a few of them get ahead of Rihanna and stop and stand on their forelegs until they stand up directly in front of her. The voids of the eyes where the masks were glow a bright green.
I skid saying sweet honey iced tea.
Ah, sweet honey iced tea.
Yeah.
They
You are so weird.
as you skid to a stop in front of them, the rest of them catch up and get into the front. And as the rest catch up to you, the largest one with the largest rack walks forward, puts down its first foot in front, and then the other one, and slowly walk towards you, and then bends its head down and then lays down completely at your feet.
Guys, what do I do? Guys, what do I do?
Can you talk to them?
Let arise.
Try-
I get in between them and Rihanna. I step in front of her.
Okay.
Like, just kind of guarding her. I'm like, try talking to them.
Mr. Deer person, can you stand up? Can you understand me?
It rises.
Ah, it can understand me, guys.
Cool. Ask it if it knows where Haskar is.
I'm looking for my friend Haskar. He's a grumpy dwarf with a red mohawk, and I think he was taken by the bag person. Do you know where he is? I feel that he's this way.
It stands there silent, but as you point, it looks over, and the one that's standing directly in front of you bolts. None of the others move. It bolts out, leaping from one strand to another, goes to the nearest collection of things just floating, lands on it, rips it apart. You see things flying left and right. As it pulls something out, it leaps off of that and bounds back towards you and lays it at your feet.
Guys, I'm really confused. I don't know what to do. Dwarf, little person, mohawk.
Pick the thing up. Pick the thing up that it gave you.
I pick up the thing it gave me. Like I kneel down and I pick it up and I look at it.
Okay. It looks like looks like it's an offering of some sort.
Mhm.
All right. So the thing that was at your foot, it is a small clay terracotta pot. It has a small plant that is very it looks like it's not doing well. It is withered, but not dead.
Just I'll hold it and druid craft around the plant to help it come back to life.
Okay. As you do, it starts to blossom and grow.
I give it back.
As you place it down, it doesn't take the plant, but it stands up, looks behind it at all the others. And as they look to it and it looks to them, they all scatter in various directions, all leaping across the different threads, running up to the piles of floating different items, ripping through them, and then bringing some back to you.
Am I doing the right thing, guys? Scrack, help! Give me your words of advice, Scrack.
Think about Haskar.
I take a deep breath and I think about Hasgar and I take a step towards where the direction is pulling me.
Okay. So as you begin to wander away, they move forward slightly, not ever getting up, but just shoving items at your feet.
Can I touch one? Are they close enough to touch?
Yeah, they're all around you.
I touch the head of one that's near me
Okay.
and I say, Hasgar. I'm looking for Hasgar. And I think about him inside my heart and I try to, I don't know, I'm throwing in the wind. Think of Hasgar towards the deer thing. Hasgar.
Okay. So as you keep saying this, there seems to be no real recognition in its void eyes. But after you say it a few times, they bolt up, look off to their right, and then they bolt away. All in one direction, away from the right. As you see a figure, very tall and lanky, just long matted hair, gray skin.
Have you come to claim my crown?
I've come to claim what you took from me, and that is my Hasgar. Trying to be brave right now, just like.
I take what I want.
And I want him back.
You are in my realm, little one.
Only because you took what you shouldn't have taken, and I will trade for him.
His
Shut
head
up.
cracks a little. He disappears from one strand, reappears on a strand, disappears from that one, is way further off, and then appears directly in front of you about 15 feet. You can feel the cold coming off of him. He casts no shadow because there's no light or darkness in this area, but his face is always darkened, just his eyes showing.
Trade. I like trade. What will you trade?
Do we see all this?
Yeah.
We're standing right here for it.
Pull out a llama hat. I made it. It's one of a kind.
Long arm rises, long finger points. You think it's pointing at you, but then you realize the angle is slightly off. It's pointing behind you.
I look behind me.
Trade.
Scrack is behind me, isn't it?
Scrack is behind you.
No.
No trade.
No, Scrack. Scrack stays.
No trade.
What if we traded you something more valuable than the owlbear?
His gaze turns towards you.
Oh, thank God, someone else talking.
What if I give you a name?
Names have power.
Names have great power, and I have a great name to trade you.
I look over at Rusty. Have you been meeting people?
Name your trade.
A powerful wizard. His name for Haskar.
Name.
Is it a deal?
Name.
and I will deal.
Davidos, Bugsby.
I just turn around and I'm staring at Rusty.
He said I could use his name.
Oh God, he did.
He did.
You see, as the creature is looking at you, this entity of long, lanky limbs, bones cracking, head moves to the side a little bit.
Busby.
He disappears. Just nothing there now. No sign of any of the antlered entities. No sign of him.
I
Haskar.
either did really good or really bad. I don't know.
I close my eyes and think
Where's
Haskar.
Haskar? Yeah.
After a few moments, you still feel Haskar is in the same place. But then this desiccated, dry rot of a body in robes falls at your feet. And you hear behind you,
Busby. I know him.
So it's a trade.
I already have. You have nothing to trade.
You have your life.
Staring at the body on the ground.
staring at the body on the ground. It has worn and tattered robes, but it is of a gnome. Max rolls up on his little skates.
Oh, I thought something was peculiar about you telling me you met him.
Is that actually him, Max?
Could be.
Can we tell how long he's been on living?
Make a medicine check.
Yeah. 14.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to suss out the exact date, but you can tell that he is dried out husk of a body, and that takes some time. So easily over 20 years. The creature disappears.
Somehow the bag
reappears
thing
back
now,
in front of you.
now it seems like
Trade or stay.
What if I give you my name?
Name.
You want a name, right? I'll give you a name.
unacceptable.
I'll give him a name, and I cast
I
Fairy
stand
Fire
up on
him.
my hind legs and I walk down the web towards the guy.
And I cast Fairy Fire on him.
Oh, guys, come on. I wasn't going to give my real name.
Roll for initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're fighting the bad guy.
We just learned so much.
Yeah, that fucking Busby was dead 20 years ago.
And you can't trust bad guys.
21.
An 8.
19.
Scrack, what'd you get?
11.
I'm the last in the rotation again.
You're holding up the end. You're fine.
Bat and cleanup.
Mhm.
All right. Torsten, since you are trying to do something right now, go for it. Cast your fire.
It's a dexterity DC 15.
Okay. It was fairy fire?
Yes.
Yeah, he does not make that. Close, but no cigar. So
He in memoriam of Haskar, he is now glowing bright pink.
all right. So now this entity is glowing bright pink. He kind of it takes him aback a little bit, and he looks down at himself, looks at his hand, looks up at you. Trade. Oh,
Oh, we're gonna trade it all.
all right. All right. With that, he rushes forward. Rihanna,
Mhm.
make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, it's so good. It's a total of 5.
Total of 5.
Total of 5.
So as you see him rush forward, it kind of startles you a little bit. As he doesn't go directly at your front, he sidesteps slightly. You feel his hand grab hold of your shoulder as you feel the weight of him spin around, and you see his other arm come forward and grab the dagger that you believed belonged to your father. He pulls it out and flicks his hand, and it's gone. He goes,
Trade one.
and then spins away from you.
No, that's mine.
He also, let's see, need to roll, does a 13 hit,
No, it does not. Yay.
and a 14 does not, correct?
Nope. I'm a 15 now because of my little
All right.
buckler shield. Nope.
So as he spins away from you a little bit, you instinctively tense up. You throw your little shield up. You have your crook in your other hand. He goes to swipe at you with his claws, glancing off your shield and through the air as you're trying to get away from him, and he's trying to get at you. Next up is Rusty.
Okay, I'm going to instinctively draw the frost brand,
All right.
aim it at him, and cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I know
Which-
it doesn't necessarily make sense.
Which he has fairy fire on him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that natural 1 doesn't count.
That's right. It's advantage.
Oh, thank God. 14. I thought it was another natural 1. It was a 7.
What'd you hit? Or what'd you?
14.
14. Let me see here. His armor class is not a 14.
Okay.
A little bit higher. So as you cast it, he sees it coming. He almost pirouettes, arcing his back slightly as the energy flies past him.
Trade.
Rihanna, you're up.
I don't know what to do. No trade. No trade. Fuck. Okay. Fuck it. For a bonus action, I'm gonna try to change into the elemental thing that I just learned. That happened earlier.
Okay.
So bonus action that. And I'm gonna whack him with my staff. Just whack.
Okay.
Because I don't know what the elemental does.
So that's
I'm
your
gonna do
bonus
that.
action?
Bonus action is to wild shape because circle
Your
of the
action
moon.
is to strike him.
Yes.
Okay. Go for the strike.
Roll. $17.
17 hits.
Okay. I think that's a 9. Yeah, 17.
17
Okay.
hits.
All right, so whack him with my really cool crook.
Okay. How much damage?
My computer will load. Got a D&D Beyond, always there for you if you have good internet.
Absolutely.
Is it showing up on your guys' end? Because it's not showing up on mine.
Nope, not yet.
Ah, roll.
I was gonna say all out guys to hit. Don't have your
Mhm.
damage.
Damage. is-
Damage
There- okay,
question
okay.
mark.
It's not just me.
Question
Okay, I
mark
see a
damage.
7. So 7
7
plus 5 is, no, 7 plus 5, so 12.
12 damage.
12.
All right. All right, cool.
Stop rolling now. And I'm not going to move because I'm not stupid, so I'll just stand there.
All right. So as he arches his back and looks over at Rusty and says, "Trade," you whip your crook up, hitting the back of his head. You see the mane of hair fly forward as the unblinking eyes go in your direction. Trade. As you start to feel the sand and the grit, you also feel some roots and grass blades flying towards you as it begins to accumulate all over your body. You are lumpy, you are very misshapen, but you are now more or less an earthen elemental. Minor earth elemental. All right. Skrek, you are up, sir.
And here I thought she just turned 22.
All right. I'm going to move forward and try to smack some sense into this guy.
With advantage.
With
With
advantage. All right. I get a 22.
Nice,
Strike
that
hit.
hits. Yep.
For did that dice stop? 8 points of damage,
Okay.
and then next attack,
Your second attack is going to be a 19, natural 19.
a natural 19.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I told you I
Okay.
got your back.
Oh,
He did that at the beginning. He
oh
rolled
okay.
his 2.
And you're a champion, so
Yeah, but I don't think I don't have the benefit. Did you say crit or did you say just is a 19? Because I don't.
it's a natural 19.
natural 19. I don't think I have that ability yet.
You should get it at level 3.
You get it at level 3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So critting with so let's see. Crit damage, roll, and 11 points of damage. So
Nice.
19 total.
Oh, nice. All right. So as you claw him once up the back, you feel the vertebrae and ribs move, not quite snapping, not coming out, but just move. They're not quite solid. They're squishy in nature. And then you come with another claw across, doing the double damage, and you see the tear in him. And as his skin actually tears open, you can see there is a almost translucent jelly-like quality to his bones that you can see, and the insides are not blood and flesh. They are a void. There are stars. There is nebulas. He has basically space insides.
Gotcha.
All right. Max is up.
All right. Let's try one of these. Haven't done this in a while.
As he raises his hand. Oh, that's not bad. You see a withered and elderly hand rise up. It is normal human-sized hand. It looks just like his hand that he's holding aloft, except it has all 5 fingers. And he's like,
I wonder if I can grab anything.
And it shoots forward, and as it curls around one of the exposed ribs, you hear him scream as the hand glows, and there's an explosion as it tears away some of the flesh and some of the ribs.
He's like, "Hoo-hoo! I haven't done that in years. It's called slapjack, if you will. It's a little something I've been working on. I can't believe I did it. Oh, that felt good."
And it is now Torsten's turn.
Well done, Max. So,
That's
Demon,
pretty impressive.
Demon, do you still wish to trade?
He's reeling back, clutching where he just had his body ripped and blown up. He looks up at you and goes,
Trade.
Well, I'm sorry, but where I come from, there's only one trade that we deal with demons. And I cast Scorching Ray at him.
go for it.
That's 18.
Hits.
All right. That's going to be 3 different rays. Do you want to roll for all 3 or
go for it?
okay? So that's 18 and a 26 and a 24.
No, that's
Nice.
damage.
No, that was just
for
The types of rays. Types of rays. I'm sorry.
well. There's
3 rays hitting.
Yeah, there are 3
Yes.
rays when I cast
Absolutely.
Scorching Ray.
Those all hit.
Okay, so the first ray, 9 points of damage. Second ray, 3 points of damage. Third ray, 6 points of damage. So 18 total.
Good man.
All right. Oh yeah, he is now looking happy. He's clutching these new flesh wounds of his, and his eyes glow a little brighter, and then they turn red.
Trade.
As he runs at you as fast as he can. Let's see. Oops, wrong one.
Is he
Who's-
pass?
who-
Is he
who's the
passing our?
you?
That would be Torsten. You just damaged him quite a bit.
Yeah.
So is he passing
leaving?
Rayona's?
Yeah, my elemental.
He is passing by you, yes.
Attack.
You want to take another? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Those are with
he's
advantage.
And he's got to be leaving the area where I am.
if he
Yeah.
gets past me.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
see.
both of you.
All right.
All right, trying to whack him. I want my
With
dagger
advantage.
back.
Oh, it's with advantage, right?
Of
Yeah.
course. He's still bright
Right.
pink.
Good. Phew. 21. Pow.
21 hits.
23.
23 hits.
All right, and then damage.
8.
8.
8 from me. Slash. F you and your jelly bones.
I love you, Scrack.
Yeah,
Let
you,
me
Rihanna.
see. So that would be 8 plus 5, so 13.
All right.
Whack. No. Stop rolling.
All right. So as you take your attacks of opportunity, he is just singularly thoughtful on where he's going. He just kind of takes the hits and moves forward. Again, sliding just past Torsten. An arm whips out, and Torsten, need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that with advantage because I'm going to use my reaction of warding
Sure.
flare.
Sure.
Yeah. So a strength saving throw. Okay.
Yep.
$17.
17. That hits.
What hits?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got off track. My apologies. So yes, 17. Yeah.
Whatever the strength thing was for.
Yeah. Sorry. Again, I got off track. I'm trying to figure out his moves. So as you see him flip around, you feel a hand grab hold of your book, your actual book.
Mm.
And as it tugs, you grasp hold of it and keep him from pulling the book away. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
But but again, the warding flare, he has disadvantage on an attack roll.
Okay. All right, that one does not hit. Natural 20 on the second one, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So he was unable to take your book. He goes to just rake his claws down your back. What armor you have on prevents him from sinking his claws into you, and his frustration grows as you hear him trade, and the mound of hair just slams down onto the side of your neck, and you feel the teeth piercing your flesh as he clamps down on you.
Demon sons of bitches.
He's going vampire.
Take 11 points of damage. And now it's Rusty's turn.
Guiding bolt again.
Okay.
I have spells and may as well use them now.
With
Mhm.
advantage.
Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and use a luck point on that because I can't miss that many times in a row. 24.
Right.
Yeah.
Random number god says, wish granted.
So that's 11 sparkly damage.
11 sparkly damage. Got it. Whew. All right. So as you do the sparkly damage, he clamps down even harder on Torsten, not doing any extra damage, but he is not letting go, and he is trying to use Torsten as a shield at this point.
So he's got Torsten grappled.
Torsten can move. It's just he has one hand grabbing the book, and he's chomped down on the neck from behind.
Okay. So this guy is on the back of Torsten.
Very leech-like.
Yes. Rihanna, it is your turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Rusty, did you have a bonus action?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, I did double check a spell. It says each creature of my choice must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So I am going to cast Wither and Bloom directly onto the Bagman, and he has to do a Constitution save of 16. If he saves, he only takes half damage, and he takes, let's see, if he doesn't make it. So he'll take a whole total of 6 necrotic damage if he fails. If he makes it, he only takes 3. But I'm going to heal Torsten with the bloom part. He gets to spend one of his hit dice with my spellcasting modifier added. So you get a +5 to whatever you roll for your hit die to heal.
Cool.
All right.
Heal
So as
and die.
as you cast this, Torsten gets his boon, and you see the energy strike him, but instead of shriveling him or hurting him, you see him bulk a little bit.
Don't do necrotic. Or don't do what I did. Just don't do what I did, because she doesn't know what necrotic is. I do not. Just no. Don't do what I did. And then I'm just gonna make my way towards creepy man on top of Torsten, but not getting close enough to actually hit him, because I'm scared he'll hit me.
Okay.
I think clerics are a D8, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So D8 +5.
6 + 5, 11 points. Cool.
Nice.
You undid the bite.
I'm glad, because I may have accidentally bulked him up a little. And that's it.
That's all right. I was going to say Scrack and I got turns coming
Who's
up.
You're up, Scrack.
Me. Am I in front of Torsten or behind him?
You're in front.
Turn around.
I spin around so he gets a good shot.
And I'm going to I'm basically going to try to dig my way to Torsten's back through the Bagman.
Okay.
All right. So is he still got fairy fire on?
Oh yeah.
It does.
All right. Okay, 17 hit.
17 hits.
Rock on. He will take 8 points of damage. And
Okay.
then 19 hits.
That does.
And so he will take a further 8 points of damage. So
That's a lot of damage.
trying to just, like I say, tunnel my way to Torsten.
Almost like an elastic band snapping after it's been stretched too much. You see bone and sinew pulling away with the flesh as the space inside shrinks away a little bit. He releases his grasp on Torsten's neck and looks at you. Trade. As he does his reaction, do you actually scrack at him?
Yeah.
Okay. 26 hit?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I have a 27 armor class. I'm sorry.
Right?
Just
Yeah.
one off. I'm sorry.
just to make sure. So as you scrack at him, he says trade. He releases Torsten and shoves off of Torsten and goes directly into your mouth. He has an ability that allows him to go into any space as narrow as 1 inch wide without squeezing. As he goes down your gullet.
That's
Can
right.
I grab him
Deep
before
throat
he's
him.
all the way in?
I mean, I would say with disadvantage since you had your action.
All right.
If not, you're
Well, if he's leaving my space,
I get a 9, so probably not. Yeah.
Okay.
if he's leaving my space, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, true.
You kind of left his space since he pushed off. But so yeah, now Scrack, you have this interesting sensation as this lump of coldness slithers down your gullet and goes into your chest and begins to expand.
Don't you explode my owlbear.
All right. I'm gonna try to vomit him up, I guess.
Okay. Take 12 points
All right.
of necrotic damage.
F this.
Torsten. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope. Max's turn.
I have no idea what the hell's I'm supposed to do. He's in there, right? Oh.
Cast Epicat.
Strack, open!
As you open, you see him raise his hand, and some light flies out in the shape of arrows. He's gonna do the old fashioned. Let's see.
Magic missile, because it'll always hit.
Exactly. That's my thought anyway. Magic missile. Sorry guys, I wasn't trying to shoot inside of a owlbear, but let's see. All right. All right. So as these bolts of light fly into Scrack's gullet, illuminating the path slightly, Scrack himself begins to glow a pinkish color, because you got to know where you're fighting, right? So now it's Torsten's turn. Scrack, do you feel included in this fight?
Yeah, kind of. But now I feel like I'm excluding everyone else. This is not the way you're supposed to DM, Justin.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to read the DM guide. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, Torsten.
Yeah, in my belly.
I am oh man. I'm so tempted to do something. You know what? I think I'm where is it? Sorry. Looking for something. Oh yeah. I walk up to Scrags and I go and I look down his throat and I go, I hope you like this trade too. And I put both my hands on Scrag and I cast Cure Wounds at third level.
Yay, thank you.
Okay.
3d8 plus 4 healing. I mean, because if necrotic damage was 21 points of healing shouldn't feel too good on the bad guy.
That's a good point.
All
Because
right.
it's like healing, is healing like radiant magic?
Yeah. It's holy
Or is
magic.
healing just healing?
Or is healing just
I mean, is magic magicking, or is it magicking? All right. So is that your go?
That's my go.
All right. Scrack.
I'm used to look, owls cough up big old balls of bone and hair
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, that's true. But they're not actively trying to slither deeper into your gullet.
I'm gonna dream about
Alright,
this.
well,
It's gonna be horrible.
Stomach acid is pretty painful on this guy.
It can be, you're correct.
Gotta think.
I'm going to attack with advantage.
He is inside.
Wow. All three missed. Got a nat 1, I got a 3, and I got a 7.
That's because he got down there and realized there was more.
It's dark.
There was more bones and junk than he's even made of in there.
Like, what did I just get into?
What has he been eating?
He's found the remains of a silky chicken.
Right?
There's a goat staring at him.
A bunch of goat. Yeah.
A very
They're just sitting in there
confused
like
goat.
Okay. Rusty, you're up.
Okay, stupid idea time.
All right. Love it. Let's do it.
Yeah. So if he opens his mouth, we can see this guy.
Well, he's gone down the throat. He's in the chestal area.
So that's a no to being able to see it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's in the chest.
I mean, I'm open to you doing whatever you want to Scrack. Go for it.
stick your head in that mouth. Do it, gnome.
I mean, he did throw you. Just
You know the dangly thing at the back of your throat?
that would be the uvula. Yeah.
Uvula.
Do owls
I would like
have
to reach out
uvulas?
and grab it. Owlbears do. It's canon.
It's
Okay.
canon.
Owlbears have uvulas. Canon.
I would like to ring
Don't
that
you
like a
remember
bell.
the Great Rules modification back in 2012?
So much, yes. It's just,
Owlbears got uvulas at that point.
do
Just
owlbears have uvulas?
grab that uvula. Grab it. Squeeze it hard.
Let's
Why?
see.
Why? The question here is why.
Because we're including you.
Probably
All
going to
right.
chomp your arm off in response.
After you're done heaving? Maybe.
Let's see. BAR. There we go. Had a little trouble with that, but I'm going to ask. Okay. All right. The riddle of the uvula. This is just the scintillating contents that our viewers want. Let's see. It's not the bear's fault. Let's see. Which animals have uvulas? There we go. I will say yes. He has an uvula. I'm not gonna.
All right. I'm going to pull a lion tamer, stick my head into his mouth, and reach
Only
for his
humans
uvula.
have uvulas. Only humans have uvulas.
It's a fantasy world. Because I'm a gnome and I have a uvula. So there you go.
All right. Okay. All right. I mean, just in the real world, we're it.
That's very
amazing.
interesting, actually.
That
We are
is
it.
that is pretty interesting.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Did you just create a rainbow? Okay, go for it.
Stick
Do I need to make any attack or?
You know what? If you're gonna yank on it, roll strength. Because if Scrack is opening his mouth for this, Scrack, are you okay with this?
He's I don't think Scrag cares at the moment. He's just
Yeah, I am kind of in a panic. Like,
So that's a 9 for strength.
Okay. So Scrack, make a contested strength roll for me.
you have a 9.
Yeah. I'm a gnome wizard.
All right.
Okay, I'm going down and after it apparently.
21.
21. Yeah, this is the strongest, most calloused uvula you've ever known in your life.
Gross.
Oh,
All
so there
right.
you go.
Scrag
Yep.
has a really trained gag reflex.
Strong uvula.
Rihanna, you're
Yeah.
up.
I don't know what to do. I have a gnome inside an owlbear, and inside that owlbear is the trade master. And I can't get into the owlbear. There's only one entrance, and I'm not going that way.
I think Scrack would probably agree.
Yeah.
I'm an elemental for the most part right now. I'll trade you my name.
I turn to
Get out
Max.
of Scrack.
I turn to Max. Can I
That's
talk?
all. You have a gnome in your mouth.
You do have a gnome in your mouth. You also have something past your gullet. I'm sure that it's probably pretty painful.
I yell out, I will trade you my name. Leave Scrack alone.
Baboons have an underdeveloped uvula.
Oh.
Enough with the uvula. We'll put it in the post credit.
Right. I'm not sure.
I don't want to think about it right now.
I'm not sure that's entirely relevant.
I'm just imagining
so
Scrack deep throating a guy. Oh, that sounds horrible.
That's yeah.
Okay, I'm imagining Scrack swallowing the bag man and Rusty going down after him. It's not a pretty sight.
Still not
None
good.
of this is making it better.
Anyway.
Yeah, none of this. None.
Take my name. Just take my name.
Yeah, no.
I'm done.
All right, so
I have
Strack,
nothing I
you
can
are
do.
up.
All right, can I talk at all?
We'll say sure in a distressed Albert way. Yes.
Max, get us out of here.
Momentarily.
Is that your go, or are you gonna try to do a if you want to try to regurgitate him?
Yeah, let's
A
do that.
regurgitate attack.
So what do you want me to roll for that?
Constitution saving throw. Roll for that.
All right.
That would be my
21.
Nice. Thank God.
guess.
So
21.
much like a house cat that is displeased with its owner, you see Scrack just drop Rusty out of its mouth.
Okay, no, I'm good.
Wait, does that put him back into my 5-foot circle?
Slowly you see the bagman emerging, holding on to whatever he can, but he is outside of your mouth because the 21's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so
it
as soon as he
drops
starts
him
to emerge
back into
Sure.
my
Like
5-foot sphere, right?
Sure.
I can imagine that this probably takes my actions. So, but if as soon as he starts to emerge, can I grab him and
You know what? I will give you that. Do it.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's a 13. And
He is sparkly
19.
still, so yeah. I was gonna
19.
say, don't forget the advantage.
Oh, so the 8 points and then advantage because yes, fairy fire and 22.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 points. So 15 points total.
Woo!
So I'm rending him with my claws, trying to complete the removal of him.
So as you see the bagman slowly coming out and this horrible retching sound of Scrack as he's trying to regurgitate this entity, as soon as he's able to see or feel any of it, you see these bear claws just ripping into and just pulling and shredding down until you hear it trade and splits open, and where there should be blood, there's just white mist as the body just completely becomes incorporeal and falls completely out of Scrack's mouth.
Are we out of initiative?
You are out of initiative.
I go and I hug Scrack from behind and just
Have you ever seen
healing
I
word.
reach forward. Are you okay, friend?
Hug from behind, healing word. Probably shouldn't hug a bear from behind, but you're gonna take 6 points of healing.
I'm actually at full. Don't bother.
Nope. I still did it. I don't care. I just.
Did not expect the combat to go that way, but yeah, okay.
This was your choice.
Did
You chose that.
I?
Hey,
Uh,
Torsten, could you
Yes.
pick up Bugsby there and like put him in your backpack?
Uh,
Don't ask, just please.
Sure.
I think Haskar.
I wrap up the body of Busby in my cloak and just kind of affix him to my rucksack and put it back on.
Okay. So as you take this corpse and baby Bjorn it from behind, we have used that phrase so much in our campaigns. So as you take the remains of Busby, Riona, you feel for Haskar, and as you are feeling the pull in one direction, you turn to that direction, and in your new form, you open your arms wide and you feel him getting closer. And then you feel him moving side to side, up and down. And you see him on the back of one of those creatures. What the hell? What the holy hells?
I'm just. At which that he doesn't know what I look like now, but just hi, Haskar.
And as he is being delivered to you, that's where we're going to end it for the night. I hope you've all enjoyed this
Holiday
interesting
special
episode. This is what happens when you have players call out for whatever reason. You're like, okay, what do I do? I'm going to deviate from the original plan and let's go into a bag of holding. Oh,
I was inside an owlbear.
so many phrases that could be misconstrued in this episode. I
Yeah.
hope we don't get yanked off of YouTube.
Leave your comments below what your favorite phrasing was tonight.
Well, up until now it was something else, but now it's being yanked off. Thanks for that, Justin.
I like
This is so
dead
upsetting.
body.
Please
baby
don't
porn.
stop watching us. It will get better.
It's
so
like
Ah.
if it doesn't gain us viewers, I'll be surprised.
All right.
Love your faces.
Love your
Have a good
faces.
night.
Love you guys.
Peace.
Oh.